So 2025 has been a really weird but also a really wonderful year for smartphones. Seriously, we've seen everything from ultra-thin phones to phones with batteries that feel like they could power a small car. So today we're going to cut through all that noise. We're hosting our own little award show to crown the absolute best of the best.
And right in the spotlight, you've got the two main heavyweights. On one side, there's the iPhone 17 Pro Max. You know it, it's like a classic, perfectly tailored suit. It just works. But then on the other side, you've got the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. This thing is more like a high-tech spacesuit, just packed with gadgets and pushing every single boundary. And that's really the ultimate debate this year, isn't it?
So yeah, let's settle it. We're going to break down all the key battlegrounds. We're talking innovation, battery life, raw power, and of course, the cameras, to figure out which phones really truly deserve to be at the top in 2025. Okay, here's the rundown for today's awards. We'll start with the most innovative ideas out there. Then we'll find the phone that just refuses to die. After that, we'll see which one is basically a pocket game console. Then we'll pick the best camera for all you creators out there. And finally, we'll crown our big winners, the best all-rounder and the absolute best value.
First up, the Innovation Award. And listen, we're not looking for silly gimmicks here. We're looking for a feature that's genuinely unique, something that actually improves how you use your phone day to day.
And the clear standout this year, it has to be Xiaomi with its second screen on the back. They're kind of framing it as a digital detox tool. The whole idea is you can see important stuff like calls or your music without even unlocking your main screen and immediately getting sucked down the rabbit hole of social media. And for anybody thinking, oh, that's just a gimmick, well, let's be clear. This thing has real practical uses. You can actually use it as a super high-quality viewfinder to film yourself in stunning 8K using the main cameras. It's probably the most well-thought-out second screen we've ever seen on a phone.
Now, the competition was tough, for sure. Samsung's Galaxy Z Trifold finally made a foldable feel, worth it with that huge internal screen. And the minimal phone was super cool, giving you a full Android experience on an e-ink display that's easy on the eyes. But for that perfect mix of novelty and real-world function, Xiaomi just had to take the prize on this one.
All right, moving on to our next category, the Endurance Award. And this year was a big one. We saw a massive leap forward in battery tech that basically created a whole new class of phones that are, well, they're pretty much unkillable.
Just take a look at this, the iPhone 17 Pro Max. It finally hit that 5,000 milliamp hour mark, which, to be fair, gives it spectacular battery life for a mainstream phone. But then you have these other guys, and as you can clearly see, they are playing in a totally different league. I mean, look at that number, 7,500 milliamp hours. That is just ridiculous. And the way they're doing it is with these new dual-cell battery designs. Basically, instead of one giant battery, they use two smaller cells that combine their power. It's a really clever way to pack in way more juice. And as a bonus, it helps them charge faster too.
And speaking of speed, it's not just about how long the battery lasts. The Xiaomi comes with 100-watt charging. And get this, the charger actually comes in the box. Meanwhile, you've got Apple and Samsung still kind of lagging behind, stuck down in the 40-watt range.
Okay, so what about the brains of the operation? For our Performance Award, we're looking for the ultimate pocket console, the phone that gives you the most powerful, most consistent gaming experience you can get.
And this year, it's a real classic showdown. In one corner, you've got Apple's A19 Pro chip. It's incredibly stable, it's super optimized, and games just run beautifully on it. In the other corner, you have the brand new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. This thing is built on cutting-edge tech and delivers just absolutely insane raw performance. But there's a catch. And that catch is heat. The raw power is there, no doubt. But when you really push that Snapdragon chip with a heavy game like Genshin Impact, you run into some serious heat issues. We're talking after maybe 20 minutes, the phone can get so hot that it's actually uncomfortable to hold. And for any serious gamer, that's a pretty big deal.
All right, let's talk cameras. For the Creator's Choice Award, we're not just looking at who takes the sharpest photo. No, this is about the whole package. The camera app itself, the video quality, the screen you're looking at, and of course, the hardware inside.
What's interesting is we're seeing two very different philosophies this year. Apple is sticking with what it does best, producing those bright, saturated, really eye-catching photos that just pop on social media, and it's all backed by a super polished app. But then you have rivals like Xiaomi and Vivo, and they're pushing for a more natural look by using much bigger, more advanced camera hardware and custom profiles from camera legends like Leica.
This quote really nails the reason why the biggest brands are a little hesitant to go all in on hardware. See, to really take the next step, you need bigger, deeper camera sensors that can make the phone thicker or heavier or even cut into the battery space. And if you're a company selling tens of millions of phones, it's a huge risk to make the phone a little worse for 90% of your customers just to please that 10% who are camera fanatic.
So, who gets the award? Well, it's a split decision. For the hardcore enthusiast who wants the absolute best hardware, a camera that feels like it's from the future, the Vivo X300 Pro is the clear winner, no question. But for just pure, easy-to-use, point-and-shoot video that looks incredible every single time, the iPhone is still way, way ahead of everyone else. It remains the undisputed champion there. Okay, deep breath. We've done innovation, endurance, performance, and cameras. Now it's time to bring it all home and declare our final winners. The best all-around phone of 2025, and the phone that gives you the absolute best bang for your buck.
So let's just quickly recap our contenders here. The iPhone gives you that unbeatable video and rock-solid reliability. The Xiaomi is for the person who wants to spec max everything, pushing every feature to its absolute limit. The Oppo Find X9 Pro, that one kind of emerged as this near-flawless all-rounder. And then there's the Poco F8 Ultra, which delivers an incredible experience for way less money. And really, this boils the whole thing down perfectly. You could say the iPhone is the grandma's choice, and I mean that in the best way possible. It's hassle-free, it's reliable, it just works. The Xiaomi, on the other hand, is for the enthusiast who looks at a spec sheet and wants the biggest number for everything.
So with all of that said, here's our final verdict. After weighing everything, the best all-around smartphone of 2025 is the Oppo Find X9 Pro. It's got that monster battery, a fantastic camera, great performance, and it does it all without any major compromises. And for our best value champion, the Poco F8 Ultra wins hands down. It gives you specs that punch way, way above its price tag.
Which really just leaves us with one final question to think about. Looking at the smartphone world in 2025, what's actually more important to you? Is it the polished, dependable phone that just works every single time? Or is it the exciting, innovative one that wows you with new ideas and pushes the boundaries of what a phone can even do? That right there is the real flagship war.